another one. Welcome back to part 2 of the ZOLODIO, a Walk to the Corner Store podcast.
Yeah.
Featuring Dex ONE.
Woo!
I sometimes get a little... It's excessive to say all that every single time, so I'm starting to come up with the quick quips to say it.
I'm hoping to get it down to the point where I trust that they remember me from the last time I introduced myself.
If you're this far in, you don't need me to keep saying this.
Yeah.
That's what I said before.
Hopefully you remember.
This will work better.
Let's get swifty.
Dude, I haven't watched Rick and Morty in a long time.
Me neither.
And I'm almost got to the point where I was talked into watching it. But,
yeah?
Yeah. She's tried it. It's not her flavor.
Oh, that's fair.
And I know other people are. It's very hit or miss, but...
yeah, either you love it or you hate it.
But have you seen the clip for season 4 yet? That's pretty good.
Yeah. It looks pretty good.
I was like, alright, I need to know more. Let's watch it.
Yeah, I've got there's a friend that I met through the Forest group. He lives in Michigan City over by Chicago.
Okay.
And it was one of those things where I didn't think he and I connected on like a super personal level initially. And then I guess I mentioned that I liked Rick and Morty, and then he was like, holy shit, we should watch some Rick and Morty. The party died down and he and I stayed up and watched Rick and Morty for like 4 hours.
Nice. I feel like that has become a major connection point between people these days, at least for an initial relationship to begin, is to have a common thing you watch.
Especially like a niche show like that, right, where it's like very divisive. Either you love it or you hate it. Oh, you like that same weird thing I like too?
Oh, dude,
we should talk about it together. Yeah. I guess you're the same kind of weirdo I am.
So I feel like that's how life has changed since I was a kid. It wasn't always like that. I guess it was a little bit, but...
There weren't as many, at least I felt like when I was a kid. We were younger, so our tastes were a little bit less refined, I think.
I think we didn't have as big a selection either.
I think if you liked something as a kid, it wasn't uncommon for basically everyone else to also like it.
Right.
Whereas now, as an adult, everyone's got much more like refined tastes.
Yeah, everybody's gone down their own rabbit trails and their interests, and it gets farther and farther diversified from someone else's.
Exactly.
All right, so we're almost back to the vehicle here. So I'm gonna wrap up this episode. I'm trying to think of some inspirational thing to say to wrap it all up. I don't have it, but I do want to mention that I think your hat is really snazzy.
Oh,
I like
buddy.
it. It's I like the colors.
They're
a nice
very
hat. In. The vaporwave aesthetics is very. Those colors are definitely in line with that, and the pins. The pins is one of my favorite parts because that's a very trendy thing.
My sister talked me into this thing. I wasn't gonna buy it. You know how much they wanted for this piece
of
shit? $60. Just for the hat, no pins.
I do understand, yes, that, because small scale manufacturing for hats for like apparel and have really high quality stitching, and especially an entirely embroidered electric
for a one-time, one-weekend event.
Yeah,
it's expensive.
It is, but I can see why the costs are so high for them to manufacture that.
I'm just glad my sister talked me into it.